Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Don't Panic When They Steal Your Money. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. They want you to panic when they steal their money. They want you to get scared and flustered and so worried that you won't be able to think straight. They're hoping you'll start to get violent and angry and confused when they take your money. That's because when someone commits a crime and the witnesses are very confused and angry by what they just saw happen, then they'll become terrible witnesses who have very little information to offer the authorities conducting the investigation. But that's not going to be you, because we're going to prepare you and show you what to do. The key to not being victimized by criminals and having your money stolen is something called deep preparation. Now, this kind of deep preparation is not going to be easy, but if you refuse to do it, then you will get financially wiped out. If you are one of the people who just can't bear the idea of not making as much money as possible every single month, so you're constantly optimizing your investments, then you will lose between 80 and 90% of your wealth. If you think that's an exaggeration, then we may even be low. You could lose much more than that, given what's being planned against you. Do you think that's wildly unrealistic and implausible? Then look at what's happening in other places across the globe now, where people are being denied access to some or all of their money. Now, before we begin, we want you to know that we're not financial advisors and we're not giving financial advice. These are things that we see other people doing now, so we're simply telling you what we see going on behind the scenes. And you should always pay attention to what the supposed smart money is doing. So here we go. The first step is to assume that all of this is coming. Why? Because it is. All of our sources are now confirming it. Next, I want you to start preparing for it by implementing something called compartmentalized firewalls. That means not only do you put your money into different places, but each of those places will have a unique form of protection and specific reasons why you put your money there. We recommend at least 4 or 5 different compartmentalized firewalls, but the more of them that you have, the better off and the more protected your wealth will be. If you need to have some money in the bank, then don't put it all in one bank. We recommend a minimum of at least 3 banks and make one of them the TD Bank, which is a very highly rated Canadian bank with many branches in the United States. The next thing you should do is to put money into real estate. You can buy it when the real estate market crashes or whenever you like, but having money in real estate at some point will definitely help you as long as it's in the right state. Don't buy real estate in a state with confiscatory or crazy laws or policies. Buy it in Florida or Texas or Nevada. Next, you must build up a 3-month supply of food and water. The food shortages are already getting worse and will be much worse after the midterm elections. Food and water are going to be classified as extremely valuable wealth soon, so don't brag about having a lot of it, because that will definitely get your home broken into. Next, people are buying a lot of gold and silver coins. Don't buy the garbage silver or the garbage gold coins that no one has ever heard of or seen, because most people will just assume it's some counterfeit nonsense. Buy the American Eagle gold and silver coins, which everybody is familiar with. That's far more trusted and recognizable, thereby giving it more value. One thing you should know is that they will probably gaslight people on an epic scale right before they take your money. They'll run all sorts of ad campaigns offering you high interest rates and special deals and all sorts of new reasons why you should deposit more of your cash into their institutions. When you start seeing and hearing that kind of nonsense, then you should know that they're very close to robbing you and will be doing so soon. The more you hear how healthy and improved the banking system and the economy are, the more you'll know that things have already gone off the cliff and that the time of the big crime draws near. Hearing these kinds of messages should make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. It'll be a huge red flag. Now, there are probably a lot of people out there who are thinking or planning to bury some of their money on their property. Well, if you're going to do that, then make sure you don't make all the usual mistakes. Water is what eventually destroys most of the millions of dollars that people like Pablo Escobar buried on his various properties. So, if you're going to bury something, bury gold or silver coins which don't rust underground. They may tarnish slightly, but that's no big deal. You should still put your coins in waterproof containers, but even if water does get at them, they will be safe. They won't just rot away like cash does. Another thing we're seeing people do is to dramatically increase their allocation of cryptocurrencies. At this stage of the game, we believe it's smart to allocate no more than 5% of your wealth to crypto. Anything more than that is risky. Now, you're always free to do whatever you like because we're not giving financial advice, but just remember that cryptos are not protected by the FDIC or anything else. At the end of the day, they're just a bunch of random digits, and that's all they are. So what do you do right after they've stolen a lot of other people's money, but not yours? Well, the first thing you should do is avoid at all costs telling everyone else how you weren't ripped off, how nobody stole your money. Because you were so clever, you made preparations in advance. The best way to get a lot of your money stolen is to brag about the fact that others weren't able to steal your money. I'm seeing people on social media doing these videos of themselves burying their money on their property, and I do not think that is very wise. These people may want to delete those videos immediately. Another compartmentalized firewall for your wealth will be automobiles and automobile parts. As the supply chain continues to collapse, then finding a good used car will become challenging at best, so whatever cars you do own will grow in value. Another really important asset to start cultivating will be your network of contacts and relationships. Those will be soon worth much more than gold and silver. Here's another important thing to remember. They're going to try very hard to force a transition over to digital currency. When they finally succeed at that, then they will use this transition to cleverly recalculate the value of your new digital money downward so that it's worth much less than your cash was prior to the transition. This will just be one element of their plan. Here's something else that's very important. It's not enough to just conceal and compartmentalize your wealth. When the economy hits rock bottom, then you want to intelligently use some of your money or wealth to purchase some very selectively chosen assets that you know will start to generate positive cash flow and that will start to grow in value over time. That's the key. You want to start acquiring things that will start making lots of money or cash flow for you soon. Remember, not everything will recover in value. A lot of things will never start rising in value again because people will perceive them as no longer necessary, and those are the things you don't want to buy. You want to buy those things that the market will perceive as very valuable or having value once again in the future. Most importantly, don't panic. Only unprepared people panic. Prepared people don't have to panic. Now, you may want to do some fake theatrical panicking just so that others don't get suspicious of you and wonder why you're not panicking, because deep down inside, you'll know you're going to be okay. Just don't let others know you're going to be okay, or don't let them suspect it. With that, I want to thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure you click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to get the word out. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.